episode of Film and Business. My name is Rosa Camero, your host, and also I am a film producer, a marketing and distribution consultant, and the CEO and founder of Ramiro AI. Welcome to Behind the Scenes. So, what's going on in Rosa Camero's world? But at the same time, I want you to learn everything about marketing, distribution, funding, and how to get to that audience that are dying to watch your film. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about why marketing is the missing link for independent feature films. Do you know that 97% of feature films don't make money? You hear it right. This is actually the percentage of films that fail at the box office. And I know what you're saying. Rosa, I am a filmmaker. Like I make films. I don't want to worry about marketing. I don't want to do all these things. But you can have the most powerful story, the best performance, the best actors, the stunning visuals. But if no one finds your film, then why make it then? I mean, what's the point having a film that it will never reach its audience? Don't worry, I am here to help you. As I told you in the last episode, I used to be a film distributor in Spain. So I was trying to find my way into the film industry. And what I did is I'll open my own business. I'll do something related to films. And I became a distribution consultant. Of course, filmmakers are not as interested in consulting because they want someone to do it for them. So in the end, I became a film distributor. So we distributed around between 20 and 25 films in theatrical. Like we did all the work behind the scenes to release those films in theatrical. And the problem I saw again and again and again was that we don't have marketing budget. And because I had a small business, I didn't have marketing budget either. So what I had, it was my set of skills from promoting many films, and I did everything. I did from crossover promotions, assistant PR, marketing, digital marketing. Everything I did it myself without anyone paying me because I was hoping and I was naive enough that I believed that those films were going to make money when they weren't theatrical. Like you say, you make all this effort, you have a film in film theaters, of course it will make money. That was my thought. Of course it will make money. Now, there are films that actually are in theaters, they don't make money. Like zero. Like sometimes we have zero in ticket sales. So that's very sad, but that's something that happens. And probably that's why if you have a film that is in distribution, you have a film distributor, and maybe they come back to you with numbers, it's because maybe your film didn't make a lot of money. And why I'm putting emphasis in this? Because we really trust or we really believe that having a distributor will solve our problems when it comes to marketing and distribution. But the truth is, distributors have many films. Your film is one in among maybe 20, maybe 30, maybe 50, maybe hundreds of films that they need to promote in marketing. And the truth is, they will focus in that film that will make them money. So if your film was sold in a package, that normally if you have a sales agent and the sales agent sold that film into a film distributor, then they will put it in a package. So it's like I have this big film and I will just insert another 20 films that are smaller that it will make like a nice package. I sell those films as well, and then we start probably making money. But the truth is, distributors will focus in that film that will make them money. So having marketing from the beginning, building your audience is super important. You will be ahead of the game, believe me. And I know marketing can feel like you're selling out. You don't want to sell, you don't want to be pushy. You take care of marketing when the film is finished, when you finish something else, when you do post-production, when you finish production, you will do marketing. But marketing, it means that you need to start as soon as you can. It's not like blockbusters. They have millions of dollars to promote a film, and then they put it all at once before theatrical or before be on demand, and you see the film everywhere. But that's because they have the money and they have the people who is actually doing all these marketing strategies. But if it's only you and your team, and probably it's you and someone else doing all the marketing and production, distribution, like talking to investors, so then you need to learn the smart way. And the smart way is being consistent through the months, through the years, while you actually produce your film. Why marketing matters for independent feature films? Why? You can build an audience early. You can connect with those people that actually are interested in your film, or maybe they are interested in you as a filmmaker, as a film director, as a film producer, and they want to know more about you, and they will be interested in knowing about your films. So it's also something that is good for you. So if you have marketing for your film, it will also help you to build your brand as a creative. Also guides creatives decisions. It can help you to get really good cast. It can help you to get good teams, good locations. Who knows? You never know who is actually looking what you're doing out there. So having like a this social media marketing presence consistent, then maybe you can reach even more people, even more cast that might be interested in working with you. So make distribution easier. So when you come already with a audience build, like maybe some numbers and analytics, distributors will say, okay, this is interesting. You already have done half of the work that we don't need to start doing that. They might change the strategy, they might change different things in your film, but the film is still the same. So you don't have to worry. What distributors are doing is for the sake of your film and for the sake to make more money and their experience. But you already come with a good fandom, good numbers, and they might be interested in talking to you more than someone that hasn't done anything with their film. Something that I remember when I was working in film distribution is the creatives have a very different mindset than the business side. And creatives are dreamers, are they think their film is the best of the world and people will see it, but you don't have anything tangible. So when you don't have any tangible to convince distributors and finance people, then you have a problem. So that's why you need, okay, I am a creative, I am a dreamer, I know this is a good idea. How can I make others, especially the people in the business side, to notice and take a look at this? Also, marketing helps you to protect your ROI, protects that return on investment. That means when you are consistent with your marketing, doing the marketing, then it's most probably that you're gonna get that money back. And then your investors will be happy, people who invested in your film will be happy, and then also your audience will be happy. Who knows, maybe you have even an opportunity to have a sequel or have a merchandise and like a super success. You never know. I mean, marketing, I mean, for me, that I've been working in the film industry for so long, it's just that's something that shouldn't miss in films. And let's talk about the studio against IndieGap. What is the difference between the studios and IndieGap? Of course, the main difference is that they have money. Independent films probably they don't have, or it's a very limited budget. But also studios that build a marketing plan before they even greenlight the project. So that's why you can see teasers and posters like long before the film is even released. Yeah, so like the big franchises, you can see posters coming up like maybe 1 or 2 years before. So it's just to build that thirst from the fandom and from the audience to grab more things and to get a little bit of behind the scenes, so people feel like they are in the film, like they know exactly what is going on, and people will start talking about it. So yes, it can be a little bit difficult when you have a first film, but if you treat your films as a franchise, let's say you are the franchise, let's say that you as a creative, you are the franchise, and then your films are the different chapters that you are making happen. And it is true though, think about it. When you are the center of the brand and then you have your first film, of course you gonna think about, okay, I mean, the first one is the most difficult. And then people giving you money and then financing and doing all these things, it gets difficult. But then you get to the second, it's a little bit easier. And then the third one is a little bit easier. And then you go in that way, and then you can see the difference between the first one and the fifth. So that's why it's super important that you actually document that, and that can be part of your marketing. Something else that independent feature filmmakers, they don't think about marketing until it's super late, and studios, they have a marketing team. So that's the difference between the studios. They have a marketing team, but they also think about that marketing from the beginning or even before. And independent feature films, they don't think about that. But I don't think it's because they don't want to, it's because they don't know they need to do it. They don't know that this is part of the process. It's not only the creative process, but you need to take into account the business side. And what can we learn from studios? Marketing is super creative, and you don't need that kind of budget to make your film seen. You just need to be creative. You just need to have the right marketing strategy, the right marketing plan, so your film actually reach their audience. So yeah, it's not about the budget, it's about you setting goals and setting expectations and having a strategy for that. So how I'm gonna reach this audience, how I'm gonna talk about my film in front of this audience, because not everyone is gonna see your film. That's something that you need to understand, and that's okay. That's okay. Your film is not for everyone, and the right people will find you, but you need to be out there. You need to be available so they can see your film. So what are the practical first steps for the filmmakers? You can start with your audience. Knowing who is your audience, knowing who you need to talk to, define your target audience. That's the first step. Like, that's the first thing that we need to do in order for you to understand where are you going to take your film. Second is package your film. Thinking about marketing and distribution, like, have those things in mind. Like, packaging your film is super important. And this is when I told you that the creative mind is very much into, I have this idea, we can do this and we can do that. It's very flowy, very dreamy, but you don't have anything tangible. Packaging your film means having a tangible package, a tangible film that you can actually sell. This includes your film marketing plan, your distribution plan, your pitch deck. The pitch deck is super important, like it's between 10 and 15 pages, and this is the summary of these three strategies. So it's not only like putting some images and putting some things in there, but it's like where the creativity and the strategy meet. So that's why it's super important that you think about your plan, you think about what you're gonna do before you actually put the film out there. Another thing that you need to think about is visuals, like having these marketing materials. Even though if you're very, very early on your journey, like maybe funding your film, think about those visuals about your film. Your film is a product. So when you think about a product, you think about the label, you think about the font, you think about how the packaging is presented. So a very quick exercise. Can you tell me, oh, you can write in the comments, just write in the comments, can you think about Coca-Cola logo? Or can you think about McDonald's logo? Or can you think about Burger King's logo? Yes, I knew it that you know. Have it in the comments. And this is exactly what we want to do with your film. When people say the title of your film, they know exactly what that film is about. So that's exactly what we want to do. And you can do that with a film, and also you can do that with your own personal brand. Remember, you are the franchise. You are the one who are making these films happen, and it's necessary that you are in the equation when we are talking about marketing. Something else that you can do is start a newsletter, a behind the scenes campaign during production. So you start like having emails, sending these emails every week. Like, I have to tell you, I sent a newsletter every week, and sometimes I think nobody's listening to me and nobody is actually reading me, but yeah, so like once in a while I receive an answer. Many of my clients, they come from my newsletter and my social media. So even when you think no one is watching you, no one is listening to you, no one is interested in what you're doing, people is listening, people is actually reading, people is actually looking around. And especially I think in this industry, it's very much private. So it's not as easy people or filmmakers to actually interact with other creatives. And also the audience, just when you put yourself out there and you have an audience, like they get to know you first. It's like dating, right? So you don't ask someone to marry before you get to know each other. It's the same when you're doing marketing. It's like maybe they won't come and say, yes, I love what you do. They don't know you. But with that time and you giving them access to what you do, it's easy for them to watch your films and to actually get married to you for the rest of their lives. And another tool is Ramiro AI. You don't know how game changing can be working with AI. And Ramiro, it's already a tool that is specialized in film marketing and distribution. And many people have asked me what is the difference between ChatGPT or another chat and Ramiro AI. Because yes, of course, you can go to ChatGPT and ask those questions about distribution marketing. The thing is, those chats, they have so much knowledge and they're general knowledge. They won't give you this specialized touch. And people who's been working with me and also using Ramiro AI is like it's like a mini Rosa. So working with Ramiro AI is that you ask the questions and it will give you the answers, like kind of like, because it's my knowledge in the end. It's a knowledge based chat that will help you to understand the industry, to understand the process. But if you like the way I talk and the way I explain, so Ramiro AI will do the same because Ramiro AI is better with my knowledge. So using AI is a game changer. So I started using AI from the beginning of this year, like very heavily. I started using AI last year because I was developing a Ramiro AI, and I read this article where it says AI will come and revolutionize the way you work, and you have to give it a chance. I said, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna do this, and I started using AI. And you don't know, like many things that it took me hours and doing it. Now it's just a few seconds, enough, a few seconds now. A few minutes. Now it takes a few minutes to do something that it took me maybe 20 minutes. It took me a few hours, a few days as well. And then I got it like very easily. Like I have the flow, I have the structure. You can train it. So and Ramiro AI will guide you as well. Ramiro AI will ask you questions, will ask you where you want to focus, what kind of goals and what kind of goals and objectives you have. So he can give you the best answer. And we're talking about all these changes. You actually need to change the way you do films, the way you think about films, because marketing is a missing piece between you taking your film to their final audience. This means having a distributor, but who knows, your film on Netflix, your film on Amazon, your film in all these streaming platforms, or going into theatrical, having this amazing experience where you invite people and have your film there. So marketing is a missing piece, but I know the mindset can be difficult to change. So let's focus on the mindset shift and encouragement. Marketing is not manipulation, it's connection. I mean, if people don't like what you do and people don't like what they see about your film, that's okay. That's people who won't see your film, and you don't need to waste time in them. You want more people that is actually interested in your film, that is really passionate, maybe about the genre, maybe about the kind of film that you are making. Even the people in the film industry that is part of that project needs to be passionate about the story and the project and even working with you. So marketing is no manipulation, it's connection. You find your people, you find the audience that actually wants to watch your film. Also, something else is, if you believe in your film, you own a visibility. I mean, if you really believe, like, think about it. If you have a film and you know that's the best film of the world and the world needs this film, why aren't you marketing the film? Why aren't you working harder in the visibility? So why aren't you telling everyone that you have this film? Your film deserves that visibility. You have worked so hard in that film, and that film deserves that visibility. Another thing, you don't have to do it alone. I mean, you don't have to learn everything, like pieces of advice here and there. Like, you don't know how to do things. You spend hundreds of the hours on YouTube looking for the right tutorial, looking for the right thing to do, like how do I do it? Like many, I know sometimes as a filmmakers we focus a lot in do yourself, and like I find the way and I found the right tutorial, the right free advice, but you can invest in you and your film. I mean, that's even better. I mean, you can learn for the next films that you have, but at the same time you give the best for this film, so you can focus on tools, mentors, and support. Like all these things exist in the film industry. You just need to look around. And I know many people in the industry is very worried about the different scams that might exist. You need to do your research and find the right people. And you can ask around. I mean, you can also like, okay, have anybody work with this person? And to finish this episode and to give you more tools if you want to work with me, and if you like the way I teach and the way I run this podcast, or you have attended one of my webinars. So there are 3 ways for you to work with me. I have Ramiro AI, that is a chat-based knowledge where you can ask all your questions, but not only that, it will give you strategy, it will give you ideas, it will give you a step-by-step of the things that you need to do. And also I have fusion Ramiro AI with my program that is Filmpreneurship Network Basic, where I train the community inside Ramiro to use the tool, to create strategies, to package their film, and then also you have access to the community. You have Filmpreneurship Network one-on-one, that's consultancy with me. So that's for 6 months we work together, and at the same time I represent your films. So I'll be your sales agent for the time that we work together. And the third way of working together is lights, camera, and market. That's where I do everything for you. So I take care of packaging your film, strategies, pitch deck, going to markets and sell your film. So any of the options, they are out there. Let's work together. And if you have any question, if you have any like quick question, just comment below, send me your question, and I'll try my best to answer it. If you are connected to me on social media, you will see that I'm very much open into interaction, engagement, and at the same time I answer your questions, because it's just, if I have the time I'll do it. So be patient if I don't answer very quick, because of course I'm busy and I got all these things that I need to do. But I try to come back to you. I try to answer your questions. And of course that's amazing, because we have interaction in the podcast, and so we can reach more people. So if you have a friend, a filmmaker friend, and you think this will be helpful for them, bring them in. And if you can, subscribe, put on the notifications, and see you next week. Bye!